Monday Command. What's up, bro? How are you?
What's up, bro? Ready to get into it. The bye week is over. Let's get to it. We got some football to get back to and get a playoff hunt going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no question, no question. Coming off the bye, they much rested. You know, we on to the Saints. That's what we say. It's week to week. We on to the next team. So, what is looking like? What you got?
Yeah, I mean the main thing is just to kind of focus on what the bye week did for us. I think it allowed a lot of guys to get some rest. Leading up, we had 13 or 14 weeks of football before we even actually got to that bye. So a lot of guys was banged up. We talked many times about the team potentially being tired, just needing a break. So I think first and foremost that was important, just to kind of get guys get that rest and reset. And then also, it wasn't any like that they had a complete rest. It wasn't like they was in the facility working out, or I mean they probably was able to do stuff on their own, but there wasn't nothing required from the team to come in while they was out. So a lot of people was able to travel. I was able to listen to B Rob talk last week about how he was, they asked was he gonna go on vacation, go home, or kind of stick around, and he was talking about going to see his family. So a lot of guys, just needed that break, that mental and physical break to kind of, regroup and get ready for this push. I mean, we're sitting at 8-5, going into week 15. And we got four more opponents on the board. You're talking about the New Orleans Saints being first, then the Philadelphia Eagles, then the Atlanta Falcons, and then the Dallas Cowboys. And first up with the Saints. Another game that we look at that we feel that we should be able to win. A game that we feel that guys should be able to kind of come in. We're the better team, so hopefully, they come in and ready to attack just like they came in for that Titans game. And then we don't really have nothing to worry about. And of course, we're going to get, deeper into it. But, that's just pretty much what the bye week does for us. And just kind of, just see where we are. You know what I mean? What you thinking?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready to get into it. We already done talked ad nauseum about the bye week, what it was going to bring for us, how we was going to get some people rested, and ready to go. We got 4 games left, and I'm trying to go 4-0. A lot of people think that if we win 2 of the 4, we're a safe bet in the playoffs. But hey, let's go 1-0 each week, and let's take it to these people down the stretch. I mean, the only I'm on to the Saints. I'm not even going to get into who is who and what is what. Let's just go. Let's just do what we got to do.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, talking about the Saints and kind of, just looking at that game in a sense. Derek Carr last night was injured, ended up getting a broken hand. So he's projected to be out. So it looked
Breaking
like,
news.
yeah, so it
It
looks
just
like,
reported that he's probably
looks
going to miss the remainder of the season.
remaining in the season. Damn. So, it looks like we're going to be either seeing Spencer Ratliff or Jake Hayner. So kind of similar to the Cowboys game where you're going in. You of course going in all season. We wanted Dak. We figured that we would be playing Dak, and then Dak gets hurt early on, and you got a backup. But that's not something that you can take a slouch. I think the Saints has a really good running game led by Mr. Kamara, and I think Olave will be slowly. I'm not sure if he's gonna be ready this week, but they talked about how he should be coming coming out of his concussion situation pretty soon. So that's something to keep an eye on. They just got weapons. I mean, offensively and defensively. And I just feel like that we just need to stick to who we are, like we continue to say week to week. We got to have a heavy doses of Brian Robinson. We see what the run game did for us against the Titans. And it opened that offense back up. Cliff kind of got his swagger back. And we looked like the team that we looked through the first 9 weeks. So if we come in with that formula offensively, and pretty much move the ball, be aggressive early, get Terry the ball, things of that nature, I think we'll be fine. We poked one of their best, their best cornerback via trade, some weeks ago. So, I'm hearing that he might be showing out this week as well. So it's a lot of little headlines, a lot of things to look forward to. And just, keep in mind, Chase Young is over there in that building. So, he'll be playing against his old team. I'm sure he'll have a little, extra little, motivation with that. But they saying Chase is having a, okay year, a sneaky year. I'm not sure. I haven't really dove into Chase. Have you checked in on your man? When he left,
Who
it was kind of
who
you
is
was in your feelings.
my bad? Who is they? I'm trying to figure out who these days you keep referencing. They saying he having a good year. Who is they? Because I still ain't
Hey,
figure out who they are. Because
man,
I ain't
that's what
heard
they
nothing about
saying.
them. I haven't did any research on them, but just in the looking at blogs and just coverage of the league, Chase Young's name isn't ringing no bell. So like, Z, stop what you doing when you talk about they saying that he's on the up and this, that, and the third. Bruh, stop that, bruh.
My man Linnell said last week, don't be surprised. He said, I'm no piece gonna piss people off with this one, but Chase Young is having an okay year. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. But like I said, I'm sure it's a homecoming. Well, no, it's not a homecoming because we're gonna be in New Orleans. But I'm sure he's gonna have that extra motivation. And it's just something to keep an eye on. I'm not worried about him. I mean, I've seen us, eliminate more dominant guys, on a defensive line all year. So, I think that our offense, OG Bobby Johnson and the rest of the guys, they're going to scheme up and, we should be able to execute. So it's not a worry, but it is something to talk about, a little headline.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I mean, they got other weapons that I'm worried about beyond Chase Young's. We
Yeah,
got to be able to stop Alvin Kamara first and foremost. Don't allow
absolutely.
him to get to the edges. We kind of struggled this year stopping inside runs up the middle to the A and the B gaps. And then they also add that dimension of him being elusive, being able to get outside of the backfield. And just let's not forget a few years removed from Kamara being the number one fantasy player in the NFL, because he was killing you in the
Facts.
pass game. So he can
Facts.
be on the field all three downs. And sneakily, when I was kind of doing my research, I didn't realize that he was at the top of the league in yardage as well. And so let's not forget about him. And then they also got other weapons over there as well.
Correct.
But I think if we come out, we're rested and we do what we do, and we do the things that we did last week. We run the football. We do our short to intermediate pass game. Just stay on the field and convert first and second downs, and then we get third and short. I think we'll be fine. I think that's the recipe to success for this team moving forward as we inch closer and closer. And then I think we'll be fine. But if we come in there and we can't move the ball on first down and we can't move it on second down and we're in third and long, then I think it's going to be a long day for us. When you got the pass rush coming, that they're able to pin their ears back and get to the quarterback. And Jaden Daniels, just be Jaden. Just do you. Just play your game. If you got to get out of there, you got to run. If you got to pass,
Correct.
pass. You know what I'm saying? Just do you. But I would like to see us get some other guys involved in this game. I'm also hearing that they opened the practice window for your man Jamison Crowder, his 21-day window. So it's looking up. We may be getting some help in the punt return game because the kids are
Please.
really giving us nothing.
Nothing.
So what are your thoughts on that?
I'm excited. I mean, the 21-day window doesn't necessarily mean he'll play this week, but hopefully, they talked about a few weeks ago when they showed videos of Lattimore working off on the side and doing running drills and stuff like that. Crowder was beside him. I didn't see Crowder do any running, but Crowder was out there working on the side as well, kind of getting him back in the trying to get back in the fold, doing some stretches and stuff like that. And that was like 2-3 weeks ago. So I was wondering, when that 21, I've mentioned on probably every episode we had since then, when is that 21-day window going to open? And the news finally broke today. So we could see him this weekend. We could not. I'm not sure. But the biggest piece for me is having that receiver next to Noah Brown and McLaurin. We talked about how like Zacchaeus, Diami, Luke, none of them guys, they had little flashes. I would say Diami more flashes than the other one's name. But pretty much no one has really stepped up and truly been that number three guy, that slot guy. And I feel like, you know what I mean, down the stretch, Crowder can definitely help us there. I'm not saying he's going to be a savior, but I'm thinking he's going to be more help and a lot more help than we think. And, you know, normally, I mean, a lot of people kind of underestimated Crowder, but, you know, he came in when needed last year in Ron's offense. I mean, he made plays offensively. And of course, you know, on the punt return, it's much needed. Zacchaeus is giving us nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean nothing in the punt return. So I would like to see a change there. You know what I mean? We'll just see what Crowder do overall, but I'm excited for him for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what are your thoughts on, offensively, what, we need to do, just a little bit better, that we haven't been doing, coming off the bye. It's a time to, get yourself together, do a self-scout, self-evaluation of yourself. And what things do you think that Cliff Kingsbury and company can add to this offense that they haven't already added or we have already seen from this offense? For me, I'm gonna just throw this out there. I just think we need to get Benson not more touches, and get him involved in the pass game. He's blocking his ass off. So I think we need to open that up. That's a layer that he had in college that we haven't utilized thus far this season. But go ahead.
Yeah, definitely you want to see Sanat get in the mix. Definitely thought he would be well further along his process. You know, going into week 15. I thought he would have kind of pretty much took over the tight end position. That ended up not necessarily being the case. So, I've been wondering about that all year. But I would like to see him kind of get more involved. He is getting play time. He is doing the blocks. He is in there. He's just not getting the opportunities. So we'll see on that. I mean, outside of him, you look at a guy like Luke, and you wonder. We talked about how all year Luke been wide open on a lot of plays. So you know, what I mean, just trying to see what's going on there. If we can kind of hit Luke on some passes, kind of get him kind of involved across the middle, or something to kind of get his feet wet and get him going. Where it's not as spotty, where he getting one catch here, 1 to 2 catches a game, or 1 to 2 targets a game. I mean, kind of see him getting more involved. But I think most importantly, we need to take more shots. All year, Cliff hasn't really taken many deep shots. I mean, Terry is our deep guy. Diami had the deep pass on the Browns, and they took maybe like 1 or 2 more shots all year on Diami. But I just want to see more vertical, from our receivers, and maybe with Crowder coming in, and whenever that is, maybe him, he can get some of them underneath routes, and then you could put Diami back on the outside where we said, what Dan talks about, he's he's a fast guy, he got hands, he can go get it, things like that, tough guy. So, we'll see from there. But I do think that extra body in that wide receiver room, whenever it does happen, will definitely be a plus for us, especially a veteran like James and Crowder. He just always finds his way, So I think it'll rub off on some of the guys.
Yeah, but we can't forget that the Saints, they're coming in off a 14-11 victory over the New York Giants.
Correct.
They lost the previous 4 before that. And so I mean it's one game, but that could give any team confidence. I think we have to come in there ready to play and not take this team lightly. In different outlets, some outlets are giving the Saints the edge, and some outlets are giving us the edge. So I don't know what truly is the actual who is actual betting favorite for this game. But I think it's going to be a good game, because it was contradictory, because I seen it in different places. It was like, based off of this, they did it in these amount of analytics or whatever, like kind of like when they simulate the games, it says that they're going to win by this 68% and we're going to do this and do that. So it's kind of confusing. I think it's because it's still earlier in the week, but as we get probably Wednesday, Thursday, it'll kind of like, lock itself in what is what.
Yeah, I mean, it started out last night. It started out with us as a 6.5 point favorite. I think it's up to 7 now. Now that they just announced that Carr is going to be out, it could alter. It's only going to increase on our part. Where we're going to end up probably being 7.5 point favorites for this game. So I don't like again, I don't know if the Dirk Carr injury, what I mean, I'm not saying that Spencer Ratliff or Jake Hayner or anybody is going to come out and just pick us apart. But what I mean, I always think that when teams roll into their backups, that first game, it always guys come out with an extra fight. It's like they want to go win these games for the guy that got injured, and they want to show, and support the new guy. So I just think that we just need to be on our P's and Q's, offensively, defensively, special teams. We got to play complementary football overall, or what I mean, it could end up being like a Dallas game. What I mean, looking here, the Hawk TV just said he hopes they hope that it's easy playing against the team from the Big Easy. Sure, hope it's easy, but what I mean, we know this is an any given Sunday league, so anything can happen. You see what the Panthers gave the Eagles that fight last night, and they had to fight for every part of that victory. And I mean, if the Saints come out and give us fight like the Panthers did them, we need to do the same thing the Eagles did, fight for every part of that victory, or what I mean, we'll be talking about different playoff scenarios. What I mean, and we're gonna get into the playoff scenarios because we gotta mention the pitcher and the hunt and teams in it, and technically the Saints are not out of it right now.
And I apologize for people that don't know. Z tried to tell me that the Panthers might give the Eagles a game yesterday, and I said absolutely not. Under no circumstances they're gonna blow them out, and they were in that game.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for not that interception that Bryce Young threw when they were driving, like it was like under 2 minutes left in the
Right
first
before
half,
the half,
that kind of turned that game right there.
definitely.
So yeah,
Yeah, and they showed a lot of fight after that. What I mean, I was shocked. What I mean, that they kept going battle for battle, but before the game, it just looked like one of them games on the schedule that's just like, man, they favored by what, 13, 14 points. I don't see them covering that, man. Vegas might got their hands all over them. And I'm sure they did because I'm sure everybody ran into the spread with the Eagles. So Vegas still got their money. But I definitely thought it was going to be an upset for sure. So,
yeah,
yeah. But I
definitely.
mean, other than that, I mean, we should be able to run the ball, though. I don't think I'm really big, worried too much on that end. We're the third ranked, we got the third ranked rushing offense, and they're 25th against the rush. So we should be able to, do our thing there. But it's gonna take another episode of B Rob coming out, getting 100 some yards. It's gonna take another episode of maybe C Rod getting in the mix more. What I mean, after showing his outing last week, and McNichols as well. So Cliff should definitely be on his A game for sure. And it's going to take Jaden, of course, like you just mentioned. Jaden running extended plays just opens up a lot for us, and it keeps the defense honest. So that's what I'm looking forward to see.
So who's going to emerge as the number two receiver in this game? Noah Brown has been having numerous drops over the last couple of weeks. Is that something that you think changes, or is that does Diami emerge as the number two? Or I'm saying in the chat that people are calling for Luke McCaffrey to get more opportunities in this passing game. So what do you think they do there to kind of show up if Terry isn't on point at the beginning of the game or through this game? If they kind of take Terry away and they bracket him and he see different coverages, roll it to him to try to take him away.
I mean, well, first, I don't know who they would take Terry away with. What I mean, Terry's playing at an all-pro level right now. So, what I mean, as long as we force Terry the ball like we supposed to, get him them targets and high 8, 9, 10 targets, we'll be fine. Terry be able to create the mismatch. Now, if they blanket him 2, 3 guys or something like that, it's going to take. You would have to rely on Noah. I don't want to say Zacchaeus. Maybe you put it on Zach. Hopefully, Zach Ertz can shore up some catches and things that he's been doing this year. Zach has how many touchdowns Zach got on the year? Lately he kind of been getting in the end zone, a couple of times these last few games. So Zach could definitely be that number two. But on the receiver end, in that receiver room, I would love to see it be Diami. We talked about all off season, Diami season, and Diami's that guy. And Diami has definitely showed flashes this year with, a little bit more usage. He's been able to take these screens and get us 10, 15 a pop. You know what I mean? He's had some catches over the middle. And like I said, he had that bomb against the Browns, but just like to see him do more. And I don't think that more opportunities are coming because he may not be open. So I would hope to see him step up this week as well. But if Jameson plays, I think Diami will have the opportunity to step up because he'll be able to do, more of what his strengths.
So anything else on the offense before I move over to the defense?
The offense, the O line was kind of banged up. Going into the bye, guys had a few injuries. I'm not sure if Wiley kind of monitor what Wiley does. Me personally, like we talked with Linnell, I prefer the Coleman, Allegretti, Biotis, Cosme, Lucas lineup. And if maybe now if Wiley is back and then they want to make him the swing tackle or the guy that gives guys the rest and stuff like that, I think that'd be cool. But Wiley could be back and back into the mix, and they could go back to the old O line. So that's one of the questions we want to look into and see. But I think the O line just needs to continue to gel and do their part, and after that it's up. It's self-explanatory for Jaden. Jaden just needs to get back there and continue to be the Jaden that he is, and not overthink things. And he hasn't really been doing that much this year, so I'm not too worried on his part. Just as long as guys give him an opportunity to block, he'll make the plays.
Absolutely. Like I said before, the ingredients for this dish, the ingredients for this recipe for success is to do what we've done to get us 8 wins on the season by running the ball. I don't want to say dinking and ducking, but you dink and dunk until you get your shot. You take your shot and you capitalize on your shots. And,
Mhm.
longer drives, complementary football, push the team down the field, own the time of possession. All of those
Avoid
are the keys
turnover.
to success. Avoid the turnovers. We've been doing a good job of that this year compared to previous years. So I think if we do that offensively, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll put up points and do enough to win. But
Correct.
going right into it, Marshawn Lattimore, will he make the start this week?
He better shit. Who we traded for him? Week 6, 7. What was that? I don't know. It seemed like forever ago. It was like a half a season ago. It's been what, probably about 5, 6 weeks that he hasn't. He's been coming back from this hamstring injury, per se. Then we added the bye. Like the last 2, 3 games, we thought he would play. So he damn sure better be coming back. Shefty definitely talked about it, and he's saying that he's poised to make his debut against his former team in New Orleans. So, normally when Schefter speaks, he's normally right. So, I'm confident that he will play. And I think that he just offers the defense a different dynamic. Where he can lock down one side of the field and Joe Witt can get more creative. Send some blitzes. Give St. Jude that extra help if they're going to have him on the outside. Or if they have an inside and Mikey outside, they can kind of, move guys around. It just gets us. I think it just gets them back into that creative mode. Let Louvu rush the passer. Because you ain't got to have a safety over top of safety can come down and maybe check a tight end or running back or something like that. So I think it just allows the defense to be more versatile overall, and we should be able to dial it up. But I'm excited to see what our number one cornerback looks like. We haven't had a true number one in ages. So I just want to get back to see what that, see what that feel like, and how that can help us overall. Because a move like that, it just helps you offensively, defensively, all over. Because it changes. As far as with on the defense, we could get some shorter fields, probably can get some more turnovers. Get more 3 and outs offense and get more opportunities. it's just a lot that can come with having that number one. So I see that being nothing but a positive thing.
So who is your number one corner that you're going to say in the ages that we had?
Shit, I mean, you got Champ Bailey,
No,
you
we're not.
got
No, I'm saying the last number one corner. And I'm not. Champ Bailey is a while
the
ago.
last number one corner.
Yeah, in your eyes.
In my eyes, I would say the last number one corner in my eyes, it would have to be Norman when he first got here. It gotta be. Norman was balling when he first got. We made the midseason trade. We got him, and he came. Well, no, that was off season. That wasn't midseason. And it wasn't a trade. It was a free agent signing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we signed him as a free agent. We kind of, I mean, I remember Dan sending the jet and all that, like he do with his free agents, bring him in, and we lured him in. Didn't let him leave without a contract, and he balled that first year. I mean, he's shutting it down. Top receivers, he following guys. He punching the ball out. He's real aggressive, real handsy. Talk this shit. I mean, it was that number one cornerback field. And since then, we haven't had that unless I'm forgetting somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Mm.
I wasn't going to say him. I was going to go D Hall, but
Ooh, well, D Hall was before
D Hall was before,
Norman.
but Norman.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't give
You
Norman
said the last
his credit, but you're right. That first year and a half, he was hooping. He definitely was
Facts.
hooping,
Facts.
and he was doing his thing. Then after that, when he started getting cooked, and he get to fighting Taylor Lewan at that Titans game on the sideline, and everybody turned their back on him after that, and it just was tough for him downhill from there.
Go
Yeah,
G said Deshaun Springs.
Sean Springs is wild.
Go.
Wild. Sean Springs and Smoot on the field at the same time was wild.
Yeah, man.
Remember that?
Yeah,
Crazy.
for sure.
But I mean, I agree with you. I feel like we need to get pressure. We need to get pressure from our front four. And we also need to drop that, with Lattimore on the field. I feel like we could bring that strong safety down in the box, to have that extra man in the box to stop the run game, because Alvin Kamara flat out do it. And he's sneaky, real sneaky. He need 18 inches. Like Sweetness used to always say, like Barry Sanders or somebody used to always say, I need 18 inches. That's all they need a daylight. And he could take it the distance from anywhere on the field. That's what I always say, the type of back that I wish we had. No disrespect to B-Rob and our number one backs, but that's a true number one back that they can take it the distance anywhere on the field, and he can pound the ball inside the tackles and get to the outside. That's a complete back. That's what I've been calling for us to have. But that's neither here nor there. But, defensively, like you said, we need to, be able to rush Louisville, because I feel like he's a better rusher than an overall linebacker.
Guy, yeah.
He's sneaky in that aspect. And just on the other side, you'll have Sanford still on the other side, and then you bring in, I would say, keep Noah I, or Noah I and St. Jude can go back and forth for who's in the slot. But I don't want to see St. Jude on the outside under no circumstances. I know people are saying like he's long and rangy, he's better on the outside. But if we think back, St. Jude's first year, rookie year, he played in the inside, and he was pretty dominant in the inside. So I think that's the matchups who we should have. Quan Martin over the top. Then you have Jeremy Chin, your strong safety, coming down, helping in the run game. You can also blitz him. Then you have Stanford still on the outside, Lattimore on the other side. And then St. Jude and Noah I, they can, compete for reps on the inside. And I think that's the best that we can do in defense. And then I need to see a little bit more from the rookie. I need to see a little bit more from I can't pronounce his name right now. What's his name?
What rookie?
The rookie, the D tackle.
Oh, Johnny Newton.
Johnny Newton. I need to see a little bit more from him in the run game. Be a little bit more stout. And I stand corrected, because last week I said I didn't see Payne, but on rewatch, Payne kind of be there, but he don't necessarily be making the plays. But he's kind of like the unsung hero in a sense. Like he's kind of forcing it to other guys, like clogging the gap and stuff like that. He's not necessarily getting off and getting those sacks or getting those tackles, but he's affecting the game and kind of doing his job to get it to where the ball needs to be stopped at. Correct. And then obviously the captain, Bobby Wagner, Mr. 100 plus tackles. I just
Yet
need to
again.
see him turn up, have a game, have a 20 tackle game this game. Turn up, like lead your team to victory. And I think we'll be fine. And on to victory, and then we can move on. We can celebrate, and then we can say we on to that other team that I ain't gonna mention yet. But
Hmm.
that's what I feel like defensively, like we need to do. Just do what we've been doing the last few weeks, but we have a little bit more freedom. Not worrying about that other corner position. And Olave is a lot. I'm hearing is Olave out?
Well, he's been battling the concussion thing. He been hurt, so he's they said they've been monitoring him week to week. What I mean, so it could be on the bright side. I know they said he was coming along last week. I got him on my fantasy team in my IR position, so I've been kind of keeping an eye on him. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if he will be ready this week, but we'll see. But he's definitely headed to the light for sure.
Yeah.
Mm. And I mean, definitely defensively, like we said, man, these guys got to get pressure for sure. Our pass rush, it's so outside of Fowler and Louvu, what I mean, who was really getting in there and making plays in the pass rush? We talk about how guys like, Dorrance Armstrong, he's there, he does his job, he don't show up on the stat sheet. But I haven't really seen much of Cleveland. I know he was hurt a little bit, and I got back in the mix. What I mean, where he at? I mean, let's see him get some sacks. I mean, or even if it's still the Fowler or the Louvu just continue to get numbers, then that's fine too. But I think overall the D line just need to get pressure, especially taking advantage of, having a backup quarterback back there. We got to make it, nervous for them. We got to put pressure on these guys, and I mean, just go hard, be aggressive. And I think this week, with like I said, I keep saying with Lattimore on that side, I think we should definitely be much more aggressive than we've seen in the past.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Dorrance Armstrong because he hasn't given us nothing. I mean, he went on that run where he was kind of being effective, but I feel like he's in position, but he doesn't have he lacks that true speed to chase quarterbacks that can run a little bit
Mhm.
to the edge. He's kind of there, he's kind of pushing them away or whatever, but he doesn't have that closing speed to close the deal on the end. But we obviously need more from him because it's obviously a pass rush by committee situation because we don't have a dominant edge or so it's by committee. I would love to see us go out in the offseason and get somebody and bring somebody else in here that can dominate a Max Crosby, a Watt, and players of that echelon that can come in here and just dominate the line of scrimmage and also affect it. When teams are trying to get outside on those little jet actions, little pitch
Correct.
give offs and stuff like that. Like we need an athletic defensive end that can affect a Miles Garrett s type player.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. And I mean, of course, well, I mean, just complimentary football, the special teams as well got to help. I mean, we got to be able to make sure the guys getting out, running down there in their lanes, doing their part. And I mean, of course, I mean, like you mentioned, the elephant in the room a few weeks ago. The question still remains: what's Zane Gonzalez going to do? I mean, is he going to take this kicker situation and with full steam and I mean, execute for real. I mean, Seibert is out, so it's his opportunity. He ain't got to worry about Seibert over his head, over his shoulder right now. So he needs to get in there and get back on his A game and kind of shore up some of these misses. We talked about, in the last episode where you was asking, should we be fielding other guys during the bye week? Should it be a kicker change? And I was just letting you know, like, man, it's kicking problems all over the league. And, pretty much if there was another guy out there that was better, I felt like we would have, known because we've been looking at that position on the market so often this season. What I mean? And I will admit, I know early on, I was kind of like, basking in the idea that we made a move on the McManus situation when they kind of heard speculations and they got him out of there. And I was like, this is a new regime. We doing it differently. I feel like we kind of moved too fast on that one. We should have definitely dialed in on those facts because McMahon, I already knew who McManus was and what he could do, and I was psyched when we got him. And I definitely was blown when we cut him, but I was more so, again, looking at it from a business aspect, like, man, fuck him. They did what they had to do. But now, everything drawn out, it looking like, we should have just been a little bit more patient. We probably could have stashed him on one of them lists, a non-football related list or something, how that would they be having. But yeah, we probably should have kept him. So Zane gotta do his job until we see what's up with Austin, or I don't know, but they got to get that in order.
So you agreeing Reedie knows?
Yeah, Reedie knows. Respect.
Reedie knows. Reedie, everything you said, I said.
Respect.
I always say it, then it's always, oh yeah, I moved a little too fast, Bobby. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Woo, woo, woo. But
cool.
Then when I'm saying it, oh, I'm the bad guy, people in the comments eating me up. Then when it kind of fruition a few weeks later, then it's this, that, and the third. And then
but it came
said that though.
It came at a time where you was kind of like, it was like you were still going on cyber though. But I guess it's being able to differentiate that you wasn't necessarily going on cyber, because at the time cyber was like 19 or 20, and you still was calling for McManus, and I'm like, fuck McManus. But time kind of played out, and things changed. Cyber got hurt. He come back early, missed, field goal, whatever. So it's a lot of different variables that happened since then. And again, Cyber can still come back and take this job of Storm, and I think he has the ability to. But in the same fashion, it's like we probably wouldn't have to worry about none of this if been a little bit more patient. We probably could still had Cyber to have him stashed on, on that one of them lists and brought him back up. It just many different things we could have did, but we did move too fast on that on the McManus case.
Yeah, I wasn't not necessarily saying like Cyber wasn't the guy, or I wasn't necessarily sold. My thing is that these were speculations, like, and within the season they have been dismissed. So my thing was, don't be so quick to move to get somebody out of there. Like you said, they could have put him on one of those non-football related lists or something like that, designated to return XYZ or whatever, and then moved from there, because obviously he's back in the league, and we wouldn't have those these conversations now. Now I don't necessarily say that I'm against Zane Gonzalez. I think Zane Gonzalez is okay, but that's all he is. He's okay. He's going to have his misses from. I remember him. Was it in Arizona? He was somewhere else, and he was going through this same type of time. I was watching the game with something. He was missing kicks and this and the third. I mean, I get it that a lot of kickers in the league right now are missing, but we are a team on the rise. Like, we're not supposed to be here, so we have to take advantage of every opportunity. I don't think personnel wise we have the team to be in shootouts with these teams, or we just have the ability to just come back. We've shown it this year, but sustain that in this time of year when it gets tight down the stretch and in the playoffs, like those 3 points and that stuff matters. Like, look at the Ravens, like Tucker missing them kicks, pivotal kicks that came back to bite them. Like, in previous years, he makes them kicks and they win by 2 or they win by 1. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying then, because in my mind, I'm thinking like, it's going to come. I'm always thinking ahead a little bit. I know you try to stay grounded and stay here and stay in the moment, but I'm always thinking 2-3 weeks ahead of, what that's going to look like for us, even though I'm in the moment of this game. But I'm always always thinking of all the scenarios and all the strategies of how we going to get in the offs. How can we get in the offs? How can this math work? Or what seeding are we going to do here? How is this going to be better for us in this way or that way? That's what I'm always on. Like I said, and like, I'm trying to get up to the number 6 seed, because I do not want to play Philadelphia again. Play them the one time we got to play them. I don't want to see them.
Yeah.
I damn sure don't want to see Detroit yet. Now, if we go in the wild card round, we win, get to the second round, cool. We got to face one of them, but not in the wild card round. Let us get our feet wet. Let us try to win a playoff game. But I'm a little bit ahead of myself right now talking about playoffs. We on to the Saints, but that's where I be coming from.
Yeah, I mean, well, that kind of goes into the next topic as we, we kind of talk about the playoff picture. We second in division, sitting at 8-5, number 7 seed in the playoff picture right now. You got Detroit, Philly. Who else is in there? Uh, I don't have the playoff picture up, but you got the. I know that in the hunt, you still have the Rams. You got the Saints. You still got technically the 49ers not out of it. Um, it's a couple of teams that technically not out of it that can really make a push. And I'm, to be honest, as far as us sitting at seventh, and this is why I say it's important that we do what we need to do. If we go out and win 4 of the next games or 3 of the next 4, we should be sitting real comfortably. But if we end up losing a game, or we end up losing 2 games, 2 or more games, it's going to look real shaky. The Rams are pushing in. They just beat the Bills last night. That's another upset game that I was talking. I don't know if I mentioned it to you, but I was mentioning to a couple of people like, man, don't sleep on the Rams. They getting back. Cooper Cup back. Puka playing out of this world. Kyron doing his thing. Sean McVay is a guru. They're going to find ways to win games. So definitely somebody that I'm super worried about, as we go into this thing. But the Falcons as well, they're kind of like on a down spiral. But they still have weapons. They still got, and we see them in 3 weeks. Well, 2 weeks from this week. So on the 29th. But yeah, you got Bijan and Kurt and Pitts and London and Algier and all those other guys up there on their offense, but they got weapons in their defense, led by Bates. They still kind of solid as well. But I think overall, we need to take care of our own business and not look for no help. You talked about it last week. I think you was talking about the scenario with the Packers. We'll talk more about that. You were saying that we needed them to lose, or you wanted them to lose, or something like that. What was it?
Yeah, they lost. I think they lost. It was on they lost to
Yeah, they
Detroit.
lost to Detroit, correct. But
Yeah,
you were
so
saying
they
we needed that helped us.
needed them to lose. So now we're within one game or one loss of being in that number 6 seed.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, I
Is
agree.
the
I don't.
Bucks in the 6th seed right now? Who's in the 6th
The
seed?
Bucks are actually they're actually in the 4 seed because they're leading the division now. So we don't necessarily have to worry about the Bucks and like the tiebreaker situation as it
Gotcha.
speaks right now. I think we're good. G-Dot said in the comment, he said, I posed a question in the chat. I said, how do you guys feel about our playoff chances? And G-Dot said, it's up to us. It's gonna be up to us to make the playoffs. Like you said, we can't be play undisciplined football or have those players, and we have to get better in the red zone. And I
Right.
agree. We can't have those laws in the in the red zone as we play better teams down the stretch. We got to convert. We got to be able to convert on those third and short, third and long situations, and not get taken back due to penalties and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. And now I got the playoff picture up. So you got the Lions 1, Eagles 2, who both clinched playoff spots. Seattle bumped up to the 3rd seed. The Bucks are at 4. Vikings are 5th, and the Packers are 6th, and we're 7th. We're 1 game behind the Packers. They are 9-4. We're 8-5. So yeah, we definitely. Damn, the Vikings and the Lions. The Vikings are 11-2, and they're the 5th seed because the Lions lead that division
Yeah.
at 12-1. You know what I mean? So they are sticking it out.
Even if the Packers aren't the 60, I think it said they had like a 90-something% chance of making the playoffs just because that division are in, everybody's hooping.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And just looking at the Packers' remaining schedule, they got the Seahawks on Sunday. Then they have the Packers. No, I'm sorry. Then they play the Saints, and then they play the Vikings. Yeah, so I mean they playing the Seahawks. Will you just sit there in the 3rd seed? So it could be a lot of shuffling depending on how these games go. A lot of movement. So we just got to do our part for the most part. We gotta lock in. I mean, that Dallas game, I felt like really hurt us. Kind of it didn't hurt us and put us out of the picture, but it hurt us in the sense of now we got to make sure that we win all these games out. Now that we got to, it's just extra pressure. There's no more time to lose. So hopefully we can get these next four, or at least three out of the next four.
That
We'll see.
Not even a Dallas game. The Pittsburgh game hurt us. I'm sorry, not helped us, hurt us. That 1 point loss hurt us. And down the stretch, we had our opportunities. We should have won that game. You know what I'm saying? And then the Dallas game, that's documented. Like, that's the game that we wish that we had back. We wouldn't even necessarily be in this situation right now. We'd be what? 10-3 right now if we win them 2 games?
Them 2 games with 10-3, yeah.
Yeah, I
mean, 10-3 will have us we'll be number 3 right now.
Exactly. So, I mean, it is what it is. We dug the hole that we dug the hole that we're in. We just got to come out of it on the other side. We got to play perfect football. I believe that we could win these 4 games. I ultimately believe we can win these 4 games. If we really and I'm gonna start talking about the Eagles now. If we really look at the Eagles, teams are playing with them. They're running away. They're getting the lead in the games late, and Saquon is just running. So if you could just maintain, and keep stopping him, you're fine. We were fine in the first game against the Eagles. To the last 5 minutes in the game, where Saquon went nuts. That's it. If we do that, we're fine. If we kick that field goal and we change the field position, who knows what happens then? So it could go either way. Even though Saquon did what he did, maybe that doesn't happen if we kick the field goal to go up by, we went up by 1 because we was down 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Right. So I feel like we could play with the Eagles, and we damn sure could play with these other teams, the Atlantas and the Dallases of the world. Like, they don't scare me at all. But we just can't go in there lightly. We got to go in there ready to play and play our brand of football. Play what got us here. Running the football. Play action. Intermediate short passes. Then take our shots when we get our shots. And we're fine. Cliff Kingsbury and his offensive coaching staff, they've been dialing it up all year. I know it's the narrative out there that Cliff is second halves of the year. He ain't this, he ain't that. But we've been doing it. We've been out moving the ball. It's just we didn't win. So, you know how we are reactionary fans all the time. We want to have something to say. Yeah. So the blueprint is there.
So hold on. So Nail, Nail just came in the comments. He said, "Y'all my guys, but I don't know how you can say we can beat Philly. If my grandmama had balls, she'd be my grandfather."
Hey, Nail, like, check this out. I'm just going off of the last 5 minutes of the first game. We sold. We were in the game the whole time. We was stopping them. We was doing our thing. It wasn't a great game for us, but I'm just saying, like, all we got to do is just keep it close and convert on the opportunities that we have, and I think we'll be fine.
Yeah,
we could beat them. Like, look, they almost lost yesterday, so come on.
Yeah, the Panthers was fighting heavy, boy, for sure. I mean, I think that go ahead.
It's week to week, but look what we did to the Panthers. Yeah. It's week to week, though. Everybody know that, but
Yeah, I think that like even in the years past, it's of course it's on this year, but even in the years past, it's like against the Eagles, I feel like we do fight and we be in games. I mean, we was in them games last year, and I think it rolled over to this year. We was in that game as well. Like you said, Saquon. The offense didn't really help the defense as much. And we got, the defense started getting tired, and Saquon just turned the fuck up. What was it, 2 touchdowns in less than a minute or some shit like that?
Like,
you know what I mean?
I don't know what the numbers is, but the guy's averaging an astronomical amount of yards in the fourth quarter.
Man, this man
down the stretch in games. He's getting a lot of his shit late.
He broke the Eagles rushing record in week 14. He on pace to do some crazy numbers. He just had what was that, like 270 like 2 weeks ago. The dude is like an animal, man. He said the offense sold that week, but we still can't stop the run. Yeah, I mean we
that's what we talked about earlier.
That's the biggest thing. We just mentioned that. Stopping the run. We struggle on that. So we got to make sure that we do our part offensively. I mean, the offense might need to carry the defense in those moments. Defense has got to not give up big plays, and this time around, like I said, Marshawn gonna be on the field, so we can see what I mean, if that really makes a true difference, and we'll get a taste of that this weekend. But
we got to stop what we're doing.
yeah.
We're basically putting him on the field. It ain't been confirmed yet, so we gotta
Man,
relax. We
well,
gotta
what
relax with that.
Shefty say? If Shefty say poised to play,
Listen,
he on there. He out there.
Shefty's been wrong too. I'm just saying.
Of course,
He's been wrong.
More
so
than that.
Let's chill with that. Like, you know what I mean? We hope.
You don't think the man gonna play?
I think he's gonna play, but it's the NFL. Shit happens. It's week, like I said, it's week to week. You never know. He may have a setback. Who knows? Knock on wood. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he plays because we need to get him on the football field.
Nah.
We got stuff to do. But I think it was Linnell that I heard that did say that he thinks that if we win 2 games, we're fine. Mm-hmm. I come from the thought that we need to win all these motherfucking games. For real. We need to go 4-0. That's what we need to do. I don't even want a chance going 2-2 and then you get into all them stuff. Oh well, the whoever had this tiebreaker because the strength. I don't even want to get into all that.
Yeah, I think comfortably for me, if we don't win all 4, definitely 3-1. Anything that's 2-2 and below, I'm worried for sure. Super worried. But yeah, I mean, what questions we got out there? Any comments? Anything? Lattimore should make a difference in that Eagles game, and JD5 is back healthy. They said we don't want to see Philly. I'm still mentally distraught about the Dallas game. We should be 10-3.
We got to remember, Philly went on a run like this last year. Remember, they started off 10-1, and then it was downhill from there. Yeah, they didn't have Saquon, but they had everybody else. And they're getting a little bit banged up. Cooper DeJean got banged up a little bit yesterday in the game. The safety, I can't remember his name right now. He got banged up. So who knows? Like, they may not be 100%. They still got one more game. They may not be at their best. Quinyon Mitchell has kind of had his ups and downs over the last couple of games. Not that many downs, but you know what I'm saying? But he has been looking like a rookie a little bit. So, we got
They got the Steelers Sunday too. That's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a tough one.
It's gonna be a physical game.
Is Crowder playing this week? That's not confirmed yet. They did open his 21-day window today. So I mean, I don't recall anyone jumping on a 21-day window and kind of playing right away. Not to my recollect, but I'm sure it has happened out there. So maybe, but like I said early on, I mean, he's been out there moving around, doing different things. So, and I'm trying to remember again, like, when did he get hurt and why did it take so long for him to come back anyway? So I'm sure
he's been hurt since the preseason.
I'm sure hoping and with high hopes that he's definitely ready. For sure he should be. But we'll see. We will see. Any update on Noah Brown? What did Noah Brown have? He had a concussion or something?
Noah Brown needed to just catch the damn football. That's what Noah Brown did. That's the only update we need on Noah Brown. Catch the damn football. Like, come on.
Go ahead. Let me see. Did Noah Brown get injured? I haven't seen no updates. He had a rib injury. Haven't heard anything about it. The bye week probably helped sure that up, but I ain't hear anything on that end for sure. But I mean, it says here that the Saints struggle against the spread, so we might could cover. Reedie, you gonna put some money on it?
It's Christmas time. Reedie ain't got no money. I don't fuck your parlay. Who said that? Somebody said fuck your parlay.
Hey, I sent the parlay out. Hold on, before if y'all are some bettors, make sure y'all tap in with our Telegram group at Reedie Zee. We also have the link in our bio under the link tree. Join our group. We send all updates news as it come. We go to the Telegram first, then we hit all the other medias. But also, we dropping the Z's bets week to week.
Oh,
Same
Z's
game
bets is
parlay.
back.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing it. We've been doing it all. I've been doing it what
Z's
about
bets,
6 weeks.
that used to be a segment when we first started this program.
Correct.
Man, we ain't seen the Z's bets is back. Z's bets is awakened because you won a couple. You won about your
Hey,
last 5-6 bets.
I've been dropping them in the group. Y'all gotta tap in. The
I ain't gonna
last
hold
same game
y'all.
parlay
I ain't
that
gonna
joint
hold
hit.
y'all. I've been hating. Z been hitting me talking about yeah, Bobby. I just hit him for 1,600. Yeah,
Go
never
ahead.
450. I'm just like, God. Now I'm like, fuck you, bro.
Try to
Don't
get
tell me
with
about
me.
these bets. I said, why you ain't put $10 on it for me? You know I'm good for it. I would have gave it to you.
I ain't paying his taxes. He got to pay his own taxes.
I pay my own taxes.
You know, send that over.
I don't know, but
Send
what do y'all in the chat think, man? I'm trying to get that number 6 spot. I don't want to be in the 7 seed spot. I'm trying to get to the number 6 spot. Do y'all agree? Or do y'all rather just take it any way it comes? No Diddy, and that sounded real weird, but do y'all want to take it the 7th seed or do y'all want the 4th seed? Because I'd rather us get the 6th seed.
Yeah, I mean, because one will get the bye, then 2 plays 7. So that means the Eagles will play 7. And then right as of right now, Seattle will play 6. So that got us going. Yeah, they already started rolling their comments. They want the 6 seed. That
Absolutely.
lines us up with Seattle. I mean, I ain't necessarily ducking no wreck from nobody.
I
I
am.
personally,
I am. I
I even
am.
told you, I would love a playoff game in Philly. I would love it.
Oh, we got to either way. If we find a way to get, we in the building.
Hop on
We in the
SeatGeek,
building.
get the tickets, drive up. We in there. I would love it. Why not? Why not? Get them peoples out of here.
Yeah. Stack or Starve 87 says regardless, it would be an accomplishment. And I agree. I think we ahead of schedule, but the competitor in me is I'm trying to go as far as we can go. If we can get to the NFC Championship game or to the divisional round, why not? I'd rather, get there, had the easiest way there, and then we'll deal with them peoples in the second and the third round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to play a Detroit or Philadelphia. I barely want to play Philadelphia next week. I don't want to play them again. Play them 2 times within 3 weeks of each other. That's going to be crazy. So I'd rather play a Seattle or whoever else is in the mix besides Philadelphia, Detroit. But when we say them, we're gonna say them. But if it was me, I'd rather just take that route.
Yeah, we're not gonna be in the know you this Sunday. We definitely had it marked on our calendar. We couldn't shake it during Christmas time though, so we had to put that on the back burner.
That's cap.
Well, I had to put it on the back burner.
Don't let Z lie to y'all.
I had to put it on the back burner.
Z do whatever he want to do when he want to do it. He wanted to say that we couldn't go. I definitely said we should have been in the building, but that's neither here nor there. We was arguing about that like week 2, week 3. But yeah, we won't be in the building. We'll be watching it on TV like everybody else. I might hop on somebody's live or something like that. But yeah. We this is a must. Every game moving forward is a must win. So
go ahead. he said, "Nah, Z Roast fan.
Go ahead.
Getting tickets for the Barclays. They're not going to let." Hey, for real. I'm trying to be at that fight for sure. I'm definitely trying to be at that fight.
Me and your man Rabbo was talking about that. We went to the shout out to my man Rabbo, my man my father-in-law, Mr. Eric. We went to the Cigar Lounge Sunday and watched the games, and we was in there talking about. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to go to the fight. I've never been to a fight. I'm trying to go, and I get to looking, and I realized I'll be on the Billionaire Boys cruise.
Ooh,
so I won't be able to.
March 1st. What's the dates for that trip?
The 28th through the 3rd or 4th, something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Shout out to the Billionaire Boys, full-time defending Mid-Merlin champions. My squad, my mob.
Who y'all beat again?
Shout out to my man K Money.
Who was that y'all beat again?
You know who we beat? We beat the two-time defending Super Bowl champion Torrey Smith's team. He's
Got him
Howard.
out of there.
Got him out of there. He was on B. Mitch and Finley speaking a few weeks ago, talking about, yeah, man, we came up short in the Super Bowl. Woo, 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 woo. My kids are not tough. Can somebody, I need to learn how to, have sympathy for kids that ain't tough. Yeah, because they was on a high, because we haven't lost in 5 years. We lost to them this year in overtime. Let me bring y'all through the play. It was, we got the ball. We went 4 and out. They stopped us. It was a defensive game. So they got the ball. It's 4th and 23. So mind you, if you don't score in Little League football, then it ends in a tie. 4th and 23. The quarterback rolls out to the right. He gets to the sideline. The edge setter on the left side grabs him from behind. His knee touches down. The ref is standing right there. He comes up, throws the ball. The strong safety comes off the tight end. He catches the ball in the back of the end zone. They storm the field. Yeah, y'all ain't the same old team y'all was. Y'all ain't this, y'all ain't that. The parents, they on Instagram, they popping their shit. They doing this, they doing that. All right, cool. We ain't say now. We was humble. We told them what was going to happen. Came into the Super Bowl and got them out of there. And they was looking real sick when we got them out of there. And again, we going for the 5P this year. So that's my little claim to fame. Shout out to the Billionaire Boys, man. Continue doing y'all thing, man.
Shout out Coach Reedie, man. I'm proud of you, Bobby.
Yeah, all right. Appreciate you.
Proud of you. Go ahead. But yeah, though, man. I mean, bold predictions. What you think the score gonna be Sunday?
I don't make no score predictions, but I think we're going to score at least 24 to 30 points.
So I think we win by 2 touchdowns. At least. At least.
I feel like
hold on. What did we beat the title? It was 41-19. So that's what? 22 points?
Yeah, but they had Will Levis. Who is this third string quarterback that's probably going to play? Taysom Hill's not playing. Who's this? I never heard of the guy.
Jake Hayner is the guy that got another day. But what's up with Spencer Rattler? Rattler.
I have no idea.
He's on the. Yeah, he's. When I looked it up, it said he could potentially be one of them, either Jake or Spencer.
Yeah, well, whoever it is, if it is Spencer Rattler, we're gonna rattle his ass to get up out of there. So we had to do something. But I do like Spencer Rattler. I think he can run a little bit, and he can extend plays from what he did in college, but not too much. But I ain't really worried about him. I mean, we just got to take care of business and just do what we got to do. But like, I ain't making no predictions on the score. Just come home with the win. A good team win. Continue this thing going, start another winning streak, and keep it moving.
Correct. Yeah, I think we win by at least 2 touchdowns, in my opinion, and we'll go from there. And
this is also a homecoming of sort for Jaden Daniels, going back to New Orleans. I mean, Baton Rouge is a little bit away, so he might, get in there and get that Louisiana cooking in his system and be ready to turn up. Shout out to Jaden Daniels. I heard he had a toy drive out in California. That was a success. I love to see young players doing their philanthropy things in the community and also giving back and using their platform for great things. So I want to give a shout out to our quarterback. Shout out, 5.
For real. That was definitely dope. Daniels inside the dome is flawless. That's what they saying. Y'all in the comments. Anybody in the comments, y'all got any predictions? I see Steven say he said he's gonna do an alternate spread and get us up to 13.5 points on his parlay.
Yeah, Weez 88 says 6 or 7. I just want to play off football this season to be a success. We got to take a big step further every year, and I agree with that. But if we why settle for mediocrity if we can do more? It's going to be unheard of if we do what I think we can do down the stretch. You coming off of a 4-win season, and you possibly going 12-5. That's crazy.
That'll be insane.
That'd be crazy. 12 and
That'll be
5. And
insane.
then I want to pose something to the chat as well. I'm hearing rumblings that we are looking to draft Genty from Boise State. What do y'all feel about that one?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know about him, Z?
You know, I get in
Oh,
draft
wow.
mode after the season.
Wow.
I don't know about it.
Wow.
I heard his name though. I ain't looked
Almost
into him.
they got about 2,000 yards rushing.
I heard his name for sure.
Wow. You pair him with B Rob and Eckler? Because Eckler has another year on his deal, right?
No, I thought Eckler did a 1-year deal.
I thought he signed a 2-year deal.
I thought Eckler did
He may have
one.
signed a
But
1-year deal.
I'm also not really too I'm not really banking on Eckler for next year, to be honest. It's just I think with the injuries, that was the second concussion this year, and they saying he not really. He's saying he like hearing sounds and a lot of
Yeah,
little
that was a
stuff
week.
he was talking
That was a
about.
week. This hasn't been confirmed, and
I mean,
that was like,
he said it. He
that was
said it
like
on the radio.
yeah, he said it. He said it the last week before
I
the bye
mean,
week. So
yeah, but still,
concussions take time. I mean, you anybody that's been concussed before, it's going to
I've
take
never been
a
concussed, so
few
that's what I'm
weeks,
saying.
right? So just by you just watching football, you're a football fanatic. You should know. Like
I
sometimes
mean,
they're
I know it
more
ain't right
severe
away,
than
but
others.
that's what I'm saying. With the consecutive concussions that he's had, he had 2 this year. He has a history of concussions. Like, at what point is he gonna give it up? I mean, he's on the other side of his career. This was gonna be a rejuvenating year, and I mean, you pop out with 2 concussions. I'm not telling him to give up, but it should be on the table.
Stop what you're doing, Z.
All right,
Stop what you're doing.
okay, all right. I'm thinking about the man health.
He on the other side of his career.
He is.
I mean, I'm okay to a certain extent.
This was
But
supposed to be him reviving his career.
he got a concussion. Can't nobody
He
control
got
that.
2 concussions.
Okay, cool. He got 2 concussions. So see, y'all, this is what Z be on. This is what I be talking about with
All
Z. He gets the oh yeah, this person's washed. This person washed. They on the
I
other
didn't
side.
say he was. I said he's on the other side of his career because he on the back end of it.
Planting the seed, Z. I know you've been planting the seed. Oh yeah,
He
planting the
got
seed
nothing
now.
against
And we
Eckler.
hear then Eckler has some shitty games or something like that. Yeah, Reedie, I've been telling you he was washed. I said this. I said
I never said he was washed.
You slick, bro.
I never said he was
Bro, you
washed.
think you slick? I'm on to you, bro. Come on, man. Stop
Hey,
what you doing.
Eckler probably gone for the year.
Not too much
Probably
on Eckler.
is.
Not too much on Eckler.
Hey, I hope the man can come back this year, hopefully. But based on how I look and that what he was saying on that radio, like I don't know. That's all I'm saying. And even in the stadium, when he got hit and he fell flat on his face, I'm standing there concerned, like, man, it might be over for him. Like dead ass. Like his career may be over. Dirk Carr's out for the season.
Bro said, hold on, yo. Bro said I'm standing there concerned for him like he was on the side.
standing in section 337, just stuck like shit.
Hey, bro.
Because I had my phone recording because we was trying to see if we was going anything was going to happen magically. And damn, you know what I mean? He get hit on the kickoff, and I'm like, bruh, what the fuck?
Bro said I
fell flat on his face, standing and stuck. Concerned.
Like this in the stands with his man. Hey, don't be capping, bro.
Nah, I'm dead ass, bro.
Yeah, shout out my man Jack T ripping the chat, man. What's good, fam?
Triple. They say, do we think we'll get our Redskin name back? I don't know.
I'm hearing that they're going to start doing. They're coming out with some merch,
some shirts,
some shirts of, to give to the alumni that were under that Redskin branding. In lieu of the news with these senators, they're saying that they want them to bring it back and merge that history and just don't get rid of it. But they should have thought about that back when they wanted to ban it. It don't make sense. They've been saying these things, so it's like real contradictory to me, though. But
Yeah, I don't know. That's it. Definitely is contradicting, and I'm not. I haven't really been trying to put too much thought into it for the simple fact is like I don't want to get my hopes up that the name coming back and kind of start believing in it, and then it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? So, me personally, I really don't want to go through another brand change. I mean, shit. I mean, gotta keep buying merch. I've been job going up with this Commander gear. I ain't trying to have to go buy a whole nother batch. You know, what I mean, that Washington football team, yeah, was running and buying shit. And I had got comfortable with the name, and then we switched commanders. Like, all right, now they talking about switching back. It's just like, man, just pick something and just live with it. That's my stance.
Yeah, shout out to the home team king. He always say the fans that been here, we definitely one of them fans that been here. We didn't just come back when it started moving or when Dan Snyder got out of there. We was here through the thick and the thin, through the ups, the downs, the turmoils, the trash season, the trash off seasons, through it all. You know what I'm saying? We hit
Mm-hmm.
win, lose, or draw. My wife tell me all the time she don't understand why I like this team. My son even tells me, "Daddy, y'all trash," but I'm a root for him, win, lose, or draw every single week because I know our time is coming.
Yeah,
But I do think, shout out to my man, Stack of Starve 87. He said, do y'all think T. Higgins on the radar this offseason? I hope he's on the
absolutely.
radar this offseason for us. That would be up for us. I definitely think that we need to, bring him in, or we need to. I'm hearing about this other receiver coming out of college. I haven't really done my research on him. I gotta holler at John about him, but I screenshot. I can't remember his name. But they're saying that he's saying that he wants to play for us. So we'll see. But I definitely like Higgins. Higgins, Terry. I like that combination.
Yeah, I think Higgins will definitely be a hell of a move for us. Higgins is smooth, man. Just yeah, he's just nice. I love Higgins' game, and I think that he'll be a key contributor to our offense if we was to be able to, pick him up. And he got that height, you know what I mean? He got that catch radius. I just saw everything. I think it'll be a hell of a move. I was hoping that we traded for him this year, but didn't work out that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's better that we get him in the because I don't think they're gonna franchise him. I think they're just gonna let him hit the open market. Um, I think it's kind of better for us on that. Waiting to try to, gotta figure out what we're gonna give up for him and all of that.
Yeah.
Like just get him at the end of the year. And I feel like, what we're doing, it's up for us. People, this is a destination. You know what I'm saying? People want to come here. People want to be a part of it. What Dan Quinn and Adam Peters are building, it's up. And I definitely agree with Stacker Star 87. He says we got to extend Terry. I agree. No Diddy too. We definitely got to extend Terry. Like if you would have asked me last year, I would have said I don't know. I ain't sold on Terry. When Terry was on my shit list, but Terry is playing at an All Pro level. Like if you look at the numbers, Terry is like should be an All Pro this season, and if he keeps doing what he's doing these next 4 games, he will be an All Pro.
Hmm.
So yeah, we definitely got to find a way to extend Terry. And I think Terry isn't the type of player or type of receiver that wants to break the bank. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's one of them guys that's going to be a team friendly guy that's going to, he sees what we got and what we're trying to build, and he's going to know like I can't get all of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, give me something nice, something comfortable for my family, but at the same time, like we're trying to build something more. And I think we're on that Detroit type hierarchy where we're going to keep going up incrementally like they went up. And even the Eagles a few years ago when they started to ascend and get on their rise when they had all of them multiple first round picks and they got those guys in. I think it was the year after Hurts rookie season where they had started ascending. I think we're on that same trajectory for us moving forward.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree.
And then they
I
also in the
agree.
chat saying, "Do you think we go out there Dre Greenlaw? What you think about that, Z?"
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know at all. I don't know what this team is going to do.
What would you do?
Absolutely. Why not? It can only help us.
Yeah.
Why not? They can only help us.
But don't Greenlaw, ain't he a linebacker? Or is he more of a
Yeah,
pass rusher linebacker?
I think he's like a linebacker.
Hmm.
You know.
They're saying AP drafted him.
Yeah, I mean AP definitely is going to be targeting his guys that he drafted before. I see that a lot.
What is bro talking about? Bro said if y'all did an arm wrestling contest, who would win? What?
Reedie will win for sure.
I'm dead.
Reedie
Go
will
ahead.
win for sure. We
That's
got
crazy.
plenty. We do got the cap money for sure though. I mean, I just want to see us like if we looking ahead. I definitely would want to see us. And the comment just came up. I think we should trade John Allen. I thought that we should have traded him a season ago. I
I was
mean,
just
with
gonna say Z been saying
yeah, with having Payne there, locked up for more years than Allen, and you got Johnny Newton right now. One of them gonna have to go, and I just see it being John. As far as we definitely will have to figure out another linebacker situation. I feel like we need speed at linebacker. Lulu is fast, plays fast, but what I mean, when it comes to like Bobby Wagner, I mean, he's great in the tackling in the run game. But I mean, he doesn't really have that speed to cover guys. So he's a liability there. And then the other who's the other linebacker? I don't know why I'm having a blank
Jordan
right now.
McKee.
McGee starts?
No.
No, it's not
So
McGee. Our other linebacker
Frankie
starting.
Louisville. Frankie
Louvu,
Louisville
Wagner, and
and
who else?
Wagner. That's it.
It's just them two, or because we bring that we do the safety thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I would think we would have to bring back Chin because Chin has been balling.
That's
Uh,
no brainer. No
yeah,
brainer.
like you got to bring Chin back on the defense, and then potentially add. I mean, you always want to keep your eye on corner because you need playmakers, guys that's going to get some turnovers. Our corners are allergic to turnovers. Other than Mikey, I mean, Mikey got 2 picks this year, 1 or 2 picks. But everybody else just seemed like alert.
I can't
What?
confirm Mikey having 2 picks, but
I said one. I know
no,
he
he's
got the
still
one for the
confirming
Ravens.
it.
He got the fumble recovery the last game.
Yeah, that's not
He
a
got
pick.
the pick. He got the pick against the Ravens. That's why I said 1 or 2.
You said
you gonna
you
lean on the
said
two.
picks.
You gonna
You
lean on the
said
two.
picks, not turnovers. You
He
said
ain't
picks.
having. I could have sworn Mikey had
I can't
another
confirm,
pick though.
I can't confirm Mikey having 2 picks. In the chat, can y'all confirm that?
But
Z
even
well,
even but all the
no,
other guys they
no,
not making
don't try
no.
to change the subject. I'm on
No,
you.
we on the same
Z
subject.
well,
Our corners are allergic to turnovers. And
facts.
that's facts. Ain't no swells there. So I'm just saying, like, he's the one guy that has made a couple of plays, whether it was an interception and a fumble forcing recovery or 2 interceptions, however. He's the guy making those plays and creating turnovers. I think we need a ball hawk. I mean, we thought that was Forbes, but that ain't it. So I mean, I would like to see these guys just kind of get back into the draft and kind of see what they do and cycle through the free agency and see who else is out there. I think, like you've been saying all year, it's going to be an interesting off season for sure. And offensively, we gotta upgrade wide receiver, upgrade tight end, get some more, offensive line depth. And for sure, I think we would need another running back. I've been
Absolutely.
saying that. Yeah, I've
That's
been
why the
saying that all
Alshon
year.
Gentry thing makes sense to me.
Yeah.
It definitely makes sense. We need a back that can take it anywhere on the field. On your backed up on your own 30, your own 20, on their side of the 50, anywhere on the field. We need a back. And I thought Eckler was going to give it that speed, but seeing Eckler in the open field this year, that told me that he can't take it from anywhere on the field as well.
Why can't he, Reed?
Eckler, anywhere on the field?
Yeah, I'm asking you, why can't he though?
He don't have that breakaway speed. He got caught on the angle early in the season. What are you talking about? I can't remember the game. It's escaping me, but he
He don't
definitely
have
can't take
he
it
don't have
anywhere.
that break he don't have a breakaway speed because of what?
because he just ain't got the breakaway
Oh,
speed.
why? Oh, why?
He just ain't got it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just saying he ain't got it.
yeah. Dirk Henry, they signed him back ASAP.
And Derrick Henry looked like he's running slow as I don't know what down the field, but he be moving so fast, but it looks so slow because his upright running style is crazy.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, man. What you got? What else you got, bro?
I don't necessarily have nothing. I think we covered it all. Do us a favor, like, share, subscribe. Just to give y'all a rundown of our schedule. So this is a new segment that we're going to run with this Monday command. It's going to be probably in this time slot between 12 and 4, but probably in the 2:00 hour on Mondays. And then also our post game recaps are going to be on Sundays as usual after the game. Moving forward, unless there's a game flexed into that 8:00 spot, then I don't think we're going to make that 10:00 game, and it will be that following Monday on the Monday command.
Yeah, and also just make sure that y'all turning on your alerts, your notifications, because we will have pop-up episodes as well. Hopping on talking about different breaking news, different topics and stuff like that. We're thinking about implementing the Friday command as well, just to kind of give us that as news drop, closer to the games, maybe some more information to report on. So that's up in the air as well. So just stay tuned. You never know when we're gonna pop up and have an episode. So make sure you like, share, subscribe at Reedie Zee on all platforms. Make sure you follow at Great Clothing Line. If you would like any type of custom Commanders gear, or if you like another team, or you're buying it for your wife or your spouse or however, make sure you tap in with us because we are offering custom gear as well. Shout out, right? Reedie is wearing one of our custom items now, the Hail to 'em win, lose, draw shirt. They are available on the site right now for $40. So, we also have the win, lose, draw on the site for 50. The hoodie on the site for $50. So, make sure y'all tap in with us. We do custom, we do it all. So, if there's nothing, if my guy has nothing else,
No, one last thing. Also, if you're at the game, the remaining 2 home games, we're out there every game. We're in the parking lot. What's the section we in again? Z, I forget.
E44.
E44, man. Come by, stop by, say hello. We out there tailgating, we turning up, getting in the vibe to go in the game to, cheer this team on. So stop by, man. We want to interact with each and every one of you. Also, if you guys want to hop on a pod with us, and ask a question or two, we're implementing that as well. Mindful, just keep it, strictly, football related or whatever, y'all want to necessarily talk about. But we will allow y'all to do that. So just look out for that. We'll be sending links out and stuff like that for these podcasts, and to kind of get y'all perspective on camera of, y'all questions versus, us just reading through the comments in the chat. But I'm Reedie, and for Z, if he has nothing else, then that's going to be it for us. And
that's it.
We're out.
That's it. We're out.
We'll see y'all Sunday on the